So we're gonna do a quick review of Section 2 of Chronicle of Death Foretold. When Bayardo first arrives, everyone immediately notices his uniqueness. For example, he's literally described as looking like a fairy. He's also said to speak to conceal rather than to reveal. Many people wondered why a man of such status would want to come to town. When someone finally questions his motives, he says, "I'm looking for someone to marry." He then finds a beautiful girl, Angela Vicario, at the Fall Fest. He attempts to win her over by getting her a pretty box that is being raffled off by buying all of the tickets. What a G!
It's a raffle, it's not for sale. All the better. You're conceited. And Jewish.
Angela didn't enjoy his conceited nature, and against her hopes, Bayardo wins the box and gives it as a present to Angela. Angela's family can't believe that he would give her the box without giving her something in return. Sex. Angela's brother goes straight to Bayardo's to return the box. And then they return, drunk, the next morning with the box.
We got your box back.
Angela didn't really like Bayardo, but her family was really excited when they learned about his intentions with her because he was rich and they weren't. Angela turns to her mother with her concerns about Bayardo's marriage proposal because she doesn't love him. Angela's mother only responds by saying, "Love can be learned." Is there some love class I haven't heard about? This statement just goes along with the rest of the society's jank culture and traditions. As they say, the boys were brought up to be men, while the girls had been reared to get married. It sure sounds like women are cattle, raised to be slaughtered. Or worse, married. Angela was the fourth daughter in her family. She was also the most beautiful. They say she was born with an umbilical cord wrapped around her neck like a queen. Monica, come on! Come on out!
Lindsay, I'm not putting that around my neck. Where did you even get that?
Born on the brink of death seems pretty darn attractive. Angela's mom doesn't care for her daughter's emotions because, according to her, the best a woman can do is marry a man that will take care of her. Women are nothing more than housekeepers, reproduction units, and sufferers. Angela's mom is all set for the marriage as long as Bayardo identifies himself. His history was unknown and people had begun to speculate about him. Some even said he escaped from Devil's Island. Eventually, he just brought his family into town, who were just as prestigious as he is, which solidifies the fact that Bayardo can do whatever he wants. Angela still is not in love with Bayardo, so he continues to try to woo her with money. He asks her what house she likes the most, and then goes on and tries to buy it for her, even though if it's not for sale.
I'd like to buy your house.
It's not for sale. He eventually forces the widower on the hill to sell him the house. Unfortunately, the widower dies from a sad, bubbly heart. Soon after the wedding was planned, there was only one hitch though. Angela was not a virgin. Dun dun dun! In this society, everything about women before they were married was about keeping them young and beautiful, which also included staying a virgin. The whole culture was about unspoken double standards. It was acceptable for men to have premarital sex, but for a woman it was something beyond shameful. The women in fact displayed their virginity marks on sheets the first night of their marriage as a sign of their families as well as their own honor. On the day of the wedding, once Bayardo actually showed up, that is, Angela put on her veil of orange blossom Beasley. Only later do we learn this to be a profanation of the symbols of purity. Bayardo is said to be the perfect image of a happy bridegroom from the moment he finally appeared until he fled the dance with his creature of his torment. Just like their society's culture, the book is written on appearance, from the family's mourning of their lost ones to the grand wedding.
I am in mourning!
When all is said and done, Angela eventually admits to the narrator that she only prayed for the courage to kill herself. And interestingly enough, her wish is nearly granted a few hours after the wedding when Bayardo returns Angela to her mother. He kisses her on the cheek, thanks her for being a saint, and the rest is downhill. Puria beats her daughter for not being a virgin, and then her brothers force her to tell who took her virginity. It was Santiago! Angela does not give the name of her actual lover, but the pulled-out-of-a-hat name of Santiago Nassar. This is ultimately the reason for his demise. The whole reason for the book, actually. All in all, there wouldn't be much of a story if it weren't for Angela. Thanks, Angela.
I'm happy, my cares have flown away, a new day with nothing in the way, and darling, let's dance together till morning. And you're so graceful, and me,
Wait, we'll do it again. I
clown
have a better spot.
disgraceful.